We are taking calls at 617-830-4750. We will take our next call from the 917 area code, New York City. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from today?
I'm actually calling from Los Angeles. My name is Matt.
Matt, what's on your mind today?
I just wanted to ask about the ideological position of the left now that we're into Trumpism and the Trump presidency. Do you see the Trump presidency consolidating the left's ideology and, through a resistance or something like that? Or do you see a further sort of fracturing and splintering with the centrist left, the regressive left? Is there such a thing as a cohesive left anymore now that we're so out of power and in Trump's America?
So listen, there's not a fixed answer to this. So there's sort of two forces that are impacting the left right now. One is mostly unanimous sentiment that this is a disaster, that whatever your view about Hillary Clinton was, the idea that Trump and Clinton would have been the same could not be more wrong. Obviously, Hillary Clinton would not have signed orders moving forward on Dakota Access and Keystone XL. Hillary Clinton would not have ordered all references to climate change be removed from the White House and EPA websites, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So on the one hand, you have the idea that most everybody on the reasonable left and even in the center and some center right people are saying, train wreck, the number one priority needs to be to allow something like a Trump presidency never to happen again. On the other side, you have somewhat of a fracturing, which I described from my visit to the Boston Women's March last weekend, which is that there are those on the left who say, hey, you know what? The identity politics ideas did not work to prevent Trump from being elected, and we need to support minority groups, not by singular focus on individual minority groups, but by a broader anti-corruption, anti-kleptocratic economic message of broader justice, right? And I don't know which force is going to win. I don't know that I would call the left fractured, although I think that there are differences of opinion on the left in terms of what the next step needs to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, do you think that there needs to be a strong vocal opinion amongst maybe center leftists that the social justice warrior wing of the party, the identity politics wing of the party needs to be like definitively rebuked within the party?
No, so I know where you're going with this, and I know that there are people, a lot of people have been emailing me and talking to me about, David, isn't it time for the left to just denounce social justice warriors? For me, when someone even uses the term social justice warrior, I already want to know more about what they even mean by that, because it's become pejorative in a way that I think goes above and beyond sort of my criticisms of the identity politics focus that sometimes exists. So I don't think the left needs to denounce those who seek social justice. I won't even call them social justice warriors. I don't think it's about denouncing them. I think it's about having a pragmatic conversation and saying, hey, if you're a progressive, you care about discrimination against minority groups. You care about individuals who, because of their identity, are disproportionately negatively affected by policy A or policy B. But from a pragmatic perspective, let's create a broader, more broadly appealing way to bring people together for action. That's as far as I would go and how I would delineate it.
Well, I hope that can happen.
All right. I hope so too. Really appreciate the call. Always great to hear from Los Angeles.